The last day of the cabinet strategy session was focused on one of the most pressing issues facing the Trudeau government, Canada's relationship with the United States. Only a month ago, the government was bracing for what seemed like a certainty: Donald Trump's return to the White House. Relations between the two countries frayed during his first term as Trump demanded renegotiation of the NAFTA trade agreement and imposed crippling duties on Canada's steel and aluminum industries. But President Joe Biden's withdrawal from the race and the Democrats' surge with Kamala Harris at the top of the ticket means Trump 2.0 is no longer quite as likely. Regardless of who wins the presidency, the Canadian ambassador to the U.S. says there's no need to panic.
I don't think we have any reason to be concerned. To be frank, either administration.
Kirsten Hillman and members of the Liberal cabinet have spent the past year meeting with Democrat and Republican state governors, legislators, mayors, and union leaders, emphasizing the value of cross-border trade and investment.
Candidate Trump has some thoughts on global tariffs, which could be complicated for Canada, but I also think that the application of those to Canada will be very difficult for the United States.
The industry minister says the Liberal government is well positioned to deal with another Trump term.
I've been there. Prime Minister has been there under Republican and the Democrat administration. So we have what it takes in order to fight for Canadian interests.
On the first night of this retreat, Cabinet was briefed by U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, who gently prodded Canada to spend more on defense to meet its NATO commitments, something Trump has repeatedly demanded, and to impose tariffs on lower-cost Chinese-made electric vehicles to keep them out of the North American market.
See you all here in Halifax.
The following day, the Prime Minister announced Canada would match the U.S.'s 100% tariff on Chinese EVs. Harris's rising poll numbers are giving some Liberals hope that their party could also rebound. But none of Trudeau's cabinet ministers are calling for him, at least publicly, to follow Joe Biden's lead by stepping down.
Just because the Democrats do something in the United States does not then mean that we should be doing that here in Canada as Liberals.
That message of support won't likely be as clear when Trudeau meets with his caucus of MPs in Nanaimo, BC in 2 weeks. With polls showing the Liberals still trailing the Conservatives badly, some MPs are worried about losing their jobs in the next election and want to see some changes at the top. Glenn McGregor, City News, Halifax.